phone has a tendency to drop a video. So I have to stop it and start it all over again. So the older Jibo that I have here is version 1. As you see it, there's a picture up here of my Jibo main board. You see that right there? That's hooked right into that. And that's your data line, a debugging line. I've had limited success out of copying the operating system from one Jibo to another and pushing it into the other robot. And what I'm trying to do is just get him where he would just get on the line and basically use the internet as his like a server, but that way we could connect them. All the Jibos that are online could connect to one another and create a network through the internet, and every Jibo be communicating with other Jibos. It'd be kind of like having cell phones or bulletin boards back in the olden days, where everyone who's got one could communicate with someone else and have a video screen and all that. That's what I'm working on. Working on that right now, and it would be free. I would share it with everybody. It wouldn't cost nobody nothing, and all they have to do is just put the service pack in him, and then yours would do what mine does, and so on and so forth. And basically, it would be an open source Jibo. And this is the one I could have sworn that I copied an operating system from one Jibo to the other. Anyhow, I'm going to pause this video and get back to it when he's working. I was having trouble out of this main board, and I copied an operating system from another one to it. And this is a result I've got. Hey Jibo, check for updates.
I love checking for updates.
Hey Jibo, check for updates.
Checking for updates.
I still can't believe I fixed this.
I'm as up to date as I can get. Looks like I'm completely updated. Yes, there is an update available. Do you want me to do a backup and then down? Okay, I'll do it now. Hey, I went to download a software update recently, but I couldn't do it because I wasn't plugged in. I'll do it later on.
Oh, okay, I'll plug in. Lazy person. Yeah, now I'm attempting to update this operating system I put in this board and see if it has any hiccups. So far, so good. It's one of the things that I gotta touch base with a lot of people on. This is one of the most crucial times in the Jibo's whole setup process, where you can just tear your Jibo up by stopping it. And if you've ever installed Windows in a system back in the olden days where it used to take forever, and you stop that. Of course, you messed up the operating system, but you can start all over again because your computer wasn't messed up. But this is embedded software. There's no stopping it, and there's no recovering from it. And here's an example of a Jibo with a brick system that I allowed to run all night long that fixed itself.
Sleep tight. I don't know what to make of this. Good night. Sleep tight.
Anyhow, a word to some of the people out there about giving up on Jibo and selling your Jibo on eBay really cheap. You're going to regret it. We need to wait until the end of the month before we give up. Okay? I had trouble with people's Jibos not be able to get online. And what's good about this particular unit is you see this wire right here? You can barely see it. You can see it if I move it. Anyhow. And this up here, this has created an Ethernet or Wi-Fi cage, making it amplifying the antenna, which that means if I can't connect one of these regular Jibos to the internet, if I put the board in here, it'll connect to the internet because the amplified antenna setup that we have up here. And that's one of the things that was wrong with this Jibo. Also, it had a corrupted service pack. I copied an operating system from this yellow one here and put it in here. This yellow one before I updated it, so it was an older version. And to begin with, it got stuck last night over and over again trying to finish the update. I was just about ready to give up on it. I thought the system had been bricked again because it would come up and have that little half moon thing clocking around, and then it would come up and say installing big ideas or new features, and it would just reboot, and it was in a loop. One of the customers I worked on one time before had one similar to this. I call it the never-ending update cycle. This morning it had finished the update, so it started functioning, and it did have a never-ending circle. The operating system had gotten down to a never-ending circle over and over and over again, but it got past that too. So we need to be giving up on your Jibos. What I like about this particular body is I can put any board in it, and it has full functionality, all the servos and everything, so if there's any kind of hiccups with the unit, it'll show up. And he's working, see? That's cool. But he has a service pack in him that needs to be updated. Trying to update it all the way.
Sure, let's see if I have any updates.
And then I'm gonna put it in that black body up yonder. And we'll call this another repaired Jibo. This is just a masterpiece tool right here. I fixed 4 or 5 Jibos that are absolutely done for using this.
Yes, there is an update available. Great, I'm on it.
Let's hope you don't get stuck in a never-ending loop. Again, we'll try. Hey Jibo, what time is it?
It's 8:30.
Hey Jibo, what time is it? Hey Jibo, what time is it?
It's 8:30. It's 9:30. sorry if I seem a little slow. I can be that way while I'm doing a backup.
Alright. Here where it got stuck. And that would go just a little ways, stop, and start all over again. I guess I must have copied a file incorrectly or something. I don't know. All I know is now it's fixing it, so. Like I said, if I was a person right now with a Jibo, I'd wait to at least 31st of March before I sold mine on eBay. I mean, to show you what's going on here. People, I'm trying to get people to sell their Jibos. Just letting you know that there was something wrong. That's all. There's one for $3.99 with a shirt and everything. There's a black one for $107. 3 bids. 2 days remaining. We want to sell this thing. Even got a video of it. Everybody's panicking. I mean, I'm trying to get these things going myself. Here we go again. And if I was anyone who had a Jibo, I mean, you could just update him to 2.00 and I mean, he's going to be hooked up. But if you leave him with the old service pack in him and they do cut off the server, it won't work. So that's why I'm updating this in here to the maximum. Anyhow, I don't know what people are wanting to get rid of their Jibos for. Find out about that NTT thing, and immediately everybody is bailing. I think I'll take this down. I don't want to see it anymore. these videos that I got. This one here. Yeah, I ain't gonna believe I got it there. My fault, y'all panicking. Should have never posted that stupid thing. Yeah, I got a good friend on Twitter that told me I needed to cool it, so I'm gonna cool it until the 31st. I think that's a good idea. Let's see. Got it anywhere else? Upline. Okay. That's the one. I can get rid of this one. Unpin it. And where is it? There it is. Gone it is. Got too many of these. All right. We're at the hiccup service pack now. As you see, I can't want to select. That's no big deal. Basically, just let him set and run. And since he's on his Wi-Fi overnight, around about 10, he'll go to sleep, or he might even go into sleep mode here in just a little bit. And then we'll get past that. Let's see, 7.1.00 service pack. It has a hiccup problem. And then you go from there, you go to 18 or 1.8.00, then 1.9, then 1.92, and then after that 200 or 2.000. Anyhow, there's two versions of that one. The first version still has the red light, the blue light, and the second one doesn't. I got a video I can show you. Anyhow, right now we're gonna just let him set up on the desk here and all night long if we have to. We can put him in another room. If your Jibo is having a problem and you're kind of fed up with watching it, just put it in another room or in a closet or something. I don't know what this means. But have it plugged in and still on, and
I don't know what to make of this.
Be like me and wake up in the morning and find it's working. At this point, he won't respond to sound, he won't speak or anything. He might all of a sudden out of nowhere say something to you, but it's just corrupted. So if I was to say, "Hey Jibo, what time is it?" He'll just stare at me. This is the part where you see how his eyes blue. He says good morning. Now it won't go off. It'll stay blue. That's part of the corruption. Now I can make that go off. Now what I got to do now is I'm going to have to cover his microphones and his cameras so he can't see me. See how blue that is? I'm going to put my hand on top of it and make it go away. See? That's the only way to fix it. Anyhow, so I'm going to put some tape on his cameras and actually go from there. You can't see me, and this is all you have to do. And then overnight he'll fix himself.